Almost a tenth of the world's population doesn't have access to safe drinking water, and about a third to the most basic sanitation. The International Monetary Fund says one of the underlying problems is the widespread use of subsidies when governments artificially lower the cost of providing water.
And what that means is whoever buys the most gains the most. And so whoever fills their swimming pool or plays at the golf course or is a rich farmer who has hectares and hectares of land that he's irrigating, if water is free, the people who use the most gain the most.
That provides little incentive for the heavy users of water to cut down, depleting existing freshwater reserves. When water is provided at below cost, there's often little money for maintenance or investment in better facilities and providing pipes for the poor.
There is a huge challenge here to get people to rethink water policy. Water in too many parts of the world has been considered a free good.
The non-profit group, the World Resources Institute, says 36 countries currently have extremely high levels of what it calls baseline water stress. That means more than 80% of available water is withdrawn every year, leaving them vulnerable to shortages, especially in times of drought. Does it take a massive crisis to get policymakers to think about this and the general public?
Yes, it does.
Isn't that a recipe for major disasters in the future?
Well, it's certainly a recipe for a major disaster the first time around. Now, if you don't learn after the first time, which I'm afraid is the case, then, you know, as many times as you don't learn the lesson is the number of disasters you'll experience.
According to a group of experts called the 2030 World Resources Group, if no action is taken, growing populations and economic growth could lead to water demand exceeding supply by 40% in 15 years. The experts say current shortages in places as diverse as Yemen and Southern California should serve as warning signs. Here at the International Monetary Fund, global leaders are being urged to do more now by investing in infrastructure, research and development and subsidy reform in order to avoid those worst-case scenarios down the line. Ryntjes, CCTV, Washington.